Okay, so here we are at round number 31, and in fact what I've done is I've gone on ahead of it. Kind of got carried away. Okay, so what you do is, I'll just show you quickly. It's such an easy round, I don't even think I have to do it with you. So you're going to find your chain 2 space from your previous round. You're going to start with chain 4, which is equal to 1 treble. Then you're going to do 2 more trebles, and then you'll do 2 chains, and you'll do 3 more trebles into that chain 2 corner space. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do 1 treble into the next 7 stitches. So you're going to start at the top of that stitch over there. Okay, can you see that? So you're going to start in the top of that second double treble from your previous round. That's going to count as your first stitch, and you're going into the top of the stitches, you're not working between the stitches. So you're going to do 7, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're going to be doing 4 double crochets into the next 4 tops of the next 4 stitches. So then you'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, and you'll do 4 half double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 single crochets. And then you'll do a single crochet back post, those single crochet back posts. Okay, you're going to be doing those into the top of each of those stitches. There'll be 10. Okay, so it'll be 10 of those, and then you'll go immediately the very next stitch after that double crochet, single crochet back post, and you'll do the next, in the next space you'll do your first single crochet, your second single crochet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 half double crochets. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trebles. And so you can see where I've gone into this, technically it should be 7 should end here, but I've gone into that, and that's the way that I've done that. And the reason is because, again, that last stitch came back to haunt me, but I really did not want to go through the entire pattern and keep on taking one stitch off everything. So I've just slipped it into the top of that, I suppose you could say that chain 1 over there. Okay, so I've used that as a stitch so that I can keep the pattern on track. And then into the chain 2 space, we've done 3 trebles, 2 chains, and 3 trebles. Okay, so I'll just go through that quickly again, although of course you can put the video, you can go back. So it's 4 chains, 2 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles, 1 treble into the next 7 stitches, 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches, 1 half double crochet into the next 4 stitches, 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches, 1 single crochet back post into the next 10 stitches, in the back of the next 10 stitches, 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet into the next 4, 1 double crochet into the next 4, and 1 treble into the next 7. Okay, sort of ending in that position over there. It's a bit of a cheat. And then 3 double crochets, 3 treble crochets, and I hope I didn't call those doubles trebles here, and 2 chains, and then 3 trebles again, and then basically you just follow that on all the sides. So 3 more sides that you've got. Okay, so I'm going to see you at the end. So, you know, the pattern is very easy now to follow. So you might want to just continue with the written pattern, but anyway, I'll see this through to the end just in case, and also obviously for your company. Okay, see you at round, I'll see you at the end of this round, and then I will see you again at round number 32, but I do want to just do a final stitch count at the end. See you then. Okay, so I'm on my second last corner. So I've just done the 3 trebles and the 2 chains, and we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. It's going to be doing the 3 trebles, and then right into the top of that. Oopsie, almost did a double crochet there, and then right into the top of that stitch. Okay, right into the top there, you're going to do 1, and then, goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 1 treble into the next 7 stitches. Okay, you can see, and then it's 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches, 2, 3, 4. So you're going into the top of the stitches, okay, not between them, and then it's 4 half double crochets, 2, 3, 4, and 2 single crochets. Okay, and then you're going to do a single crochet back post into the next 10 stitches. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you're going to do a single crochet directly into the next space and directly into the next space. Okay, and then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 half double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, and 1. Okay, onto your trebles again, so 1 treble, 2 trebles, treble number 2, treble number 3, treble number 4, treble number 5, treble number 6, And we're almost there, and treble number 7. And treble number 7, you're kind of squeezing into that space over there. Okay. I know you could go over, you could just make 4 trebles into that, but this is me being fussy. Okay, your last treble into there, and you're going to slip stitch into the top of your 4 chains, snip off, and there you go. Okay, so you can just alright, so that is the end of round number 31, and now your square is definitely beginning to look squarey. It is. Oh, it's so nice. It's amazing. You know, it's like drawing with yarn in 3D. And do you remember how I said in the earlier round that these will start popping out a little bit, and they're meant to pop out so slightly, so that when you put your cushion in, you know they're going to do all sorts of pretty things. Okay, so now that is the end of round number 31, and your stitch count here, as promised, you're going to have 24 corner trebles, because you have those, I should show you here. So you're going to have 24 corner trebles because you have 6 of those in each corner, and then you're going to have 4 of these chain 2 corner spaces. Then you're going to have 56 trebles, so basically that's 7 and 7 on each side, you know, not counting the corner ones, which is 14, and 14 and 14 is 28, and 28 and 28 is 56. Yes. Maybe I'm wrong. So you have 56 other trebles, and in the pattern I put little those and say other trebles, so that means the trebles that are not part of your corner. And then you're going to have 32 double crochets, because it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 26. No, hang on a second. 32, yes, because you've got 8, 16, because you have 8 on each side. So it's 8. never mind. And then you have, alright, and then you have 16 single crochets, because you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, so you have 4 on each side. And you have 40 single crochet back posts, because you have 10 on each side. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, and so that's your stitch count. Okay, and then you can, once you've checked your stitch count, then you can slip stitch, and you can fasten off, and you can even sew in your tails if you wish. Okay, so I'm going to see you at round number 32, and I'm just wondering, round number 32. Okay, so I'm going to see you at round number 32, and that will be very quick. Okay, so here we are at round number 32, and I've kind of gone on ahead. So what I'm going to do is I'll go right up to the point where you have to do those double treble 2 front posts together. Okay, so you start in your chain 2 space with 2 single crochets, 1 chain and 2 single crochets, and then you're going to do a single crochet into the top of every stitch, and it should work out to 20. You're going to do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so you're going to do 20 single crochets, 1 in the top of each of those stitches. Then when you get to this point, which is you kind of going again over those, you know, those different stitches that you've worked over those front posts and the puffs and so on. So what you're going to do is now you're going to do 4 single crochets, because now you're sort of lining things up. So you're doing 4 single crochets. Okay, then you're going to do a double treble front post around the last double treble front post. Okay, so you're going to go 2, 3. You're going to keep 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to do a double treble front post around the next double treble front post. That was from that round, hibiscus round. Okay, and you've gone yarn over 3 times. Oh, let me do that again. I've been yakking. 1, 2, 3. Okay, double treble front post. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you've got those 2 and you've got that one, and now you're just going to pull through like that. So it's a bit untidy, so I'm going to do that again. You know, when I'm not looking properly what I'm doing, then it does, okay, what have I done here? Oh, there we go. So we're going to do that again, and see, that was not well done. So you did your 4 single crochets. Problem with this yarn, my favorite color hibiscus, it's a bit splitty. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to grab that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Keep 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over 3 times. Go around your last double treble front post. You're going to do 3 times. You've got 3 loops. Okay, grab them like that. Then you're going to find, so you did those 4 single crochets, and you're going to go into number 5 with a slip stitch. Then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that was basically working over those 10 stitches that you did and those back posts. Okay, so you're doing 4, and the slip stitch you're counting as number 5, and then you're doing another 5, so it's 10 in all. Alright, and then you're going to go and complete this row with your single crochets. Okay, 3, oopsie, 4, 7, 8, 20. Okay, so there you go. that's basically, and then you're in your next chain 2 corner, just going to make 2 single crochets, 1 chain, 2 single crochets, and then you're going to carry on with 1 single crochet into the next 20 stitches, 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches, then 1 double treble front post around, in fact it's not around the double, it wasn't a double treble that you went around, it was actually just a treble, just an ordinary treble. So the double treble was the previous one, so you're basically just going into the treble, not the double treble, but you're doing a double treble. Oh my gosh, but you're doing a double treble front post, actually a double treble front post 2 together around those double trebles. Okay, so I'll go through that again. So into your corners, 2 single crochets, 1 chain, 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet into the next 20 stitches, 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches, 1 double treble front post together over those 2 trebles, treble front posts. Okay, and slip stitch or single crochet, but slip stitch is a little neater. Slip stitch into the 5th stitch after your 4, and then you do 5 more single crochets, and then 20 more single crochets, 1 single crochet into the top of the next 20 stitches, and if all works out you should come out at the very last stitch there, and then you're going to do your 2 single crochets, 1 chain, 2 single crochets. I really hope that all made sense. So you can keep on playing the video back until it makes sense. Okay, so here we are at the last few stitches. So I've just done the double treble 2 front posts together, and I did the 5 single crochets. Now I'm just going to finish the single crochet round like that. Oh, it's been such a stormy day, and in fact there are huge rain clouds on the way, and now suddenly there's a ray of sunshine, so I expect there's a beautiful rainbow outside. So okay, I hope you can see what's going on here with all the sun. Right, so we're finishing up the last round, and then I just want to do this stitch count with you quickly. So this is round 32, and it is in fact the second last round. I'm going to squeeze, or do we need to squeeze a single crochet in there? Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Yes, we do. That's not quite 20. 19, 20. And then to close, I'm going to just slip stitch into the top of that. Slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that first single crochet. Yes. Excuse me. Okay, so alright, so now I'm going to do a quick stitch count with you. So what we have here, besides the fact that it's a beautiful square, I'm loving the colours that I just sort of randomly chose for this one. So basically what we do is we're doing 2 single crochets, 1 chain, 2 single crochets, and into the chain 2 space from the previous round. Then we're doing 1 single crochet in the next 20 stitches. We're going to beginning with that one right there, so that's going to count also. And then you're going to chain, single crochet 4, so it'll be 20 plus 4, and then we're going to do a double treble front post together, which I showed you how to do, okay, over those treble front posts from that round, which was round number, let's see, 32, 30, 31, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, round 28. Anyway, so then we're going to single crochet into stitch number 5. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll be single crochet into stitch number 5, and then another 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it makes up the 10 that are over those puffs. All right, and then another 20. So 1 single crochet into the next 20 stitches, and then 2 single crochets, 1 chain, 2 single crochets into the corners, and then you just go around like that. Okay, so your stitch count at the end is going to be 196 single crochets, including the single crochet where you joined the double treble to get the double treble front posts together. Okay, and then it's going to be 8 double trebles joined together, or 8 double treble front posts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then it's going to be single crochet, so we're going to have 4 corner single crochets. So okay, plus okay, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12, so that's going to be 2, so 4, 8, my maths, I tell you, 4, 8, 12, 16, so it's going to be 16 corner single crochets, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 corner chains. Okay, so should I do that again? 196 single crochets, including the single crochets where you joined, and 8 double treble front posts, so we'll count what, okay, and then 16 corner single crochets altogether, and 4 corner chain ones. So if you've got all of those, and if you have the pattern with you, then you can just have a look what I've written there, and then that's it for this round. And so the next round is really the final round, which are the puff stitches, and that's round number 32, and I shall see you there. Okay, so we're at round 32, and I'm going to carry on in the same colour. So I only thought about that afterwards, otherwise I wouldn't have snipped my yarn. So in the pattern I say that you should probably start in a, yes, I've gone and closed the blinds because the sun was getting actually quite blinding. So what we're going to do is, in the pattern I say start in the chain 1 space in the corner, but in fact probably better to start in this, going right underneath your join from your double treble front posts, and start your first puff there. You're going to go just through like that. Okay, you're basically going into that single crochet, and you're going to do a yarn over times 4 puff, and at least this way then you know that it's going to, this puff is going to fall over that, and also it will sort of tidy up that whole thing going on there. Okay, so there you go, and of course you can use a different color. So now you use the chain 1 to close, and you're going to chain, okay, you're going to chain 1 and then chain 1 again, and then you're going to skip 2 and 2 single crochets, and you're going to do 3, 4, okay, and then you're going to chain 1, skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, so skipping chain 1, and you're going to skip 2 and go to the next one, 2, 3, 4, chain 1, you're going to skip 2, 1, skip 2 Maloo, that comes to mind, 3, 4, chain 1 and chain 1. So in the pattern I don't say that you should put a chain 1 after your closing chain 1, but I think in this case it's a good idea. You need to just feel your way around, and it also depends very much on the sort of yarn that you're using, you know, how many spaces you want between your puffs, kind of thing, you know, whether you think it warrants 1, you know, you need that, you just need to feel your way around that. You don't have to put that extra chain 1 there after your closing chain at all. Okay, I'm just doing it. Well, this yarn is quite, this particular brand that I'm using now is the L Yarn Charity DK, which I find is a little bit thicker than the Family Knit DK, which is the yarn that I usually use because of all the color choices. So, but this is definitely weightier. So I'm going to carry on. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I kind of just threw myself into this. I'm not really sure even that it's going to work out. They get me to the corner bit. So, okay, I'm going to do a chain 1 to close, chain 1, skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, skip those 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and then we are going to, so we've chained 2, and there is 2, so technically I should do 1 more over here, and I think I'll just do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, chain 2, then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm going to do another puff into that chain 1, and then I'm going to, now you see, you need to just keep an eye on that, because it looks, no, that actually looks absolutely fine. So okay, so I've done, I'm just wondering, maybe what I'll do is, you see, this is how design works, so I'm not following the pattern entirely, because, you know, sometimes I think to myself, well, people might not want to do puff stitch there, so maybe you might want to do something else. So I think what I'm going to do is, I've chained 2, and I think I'm going to just skip over that. Is that a good idea? So I was thinking of perhaps skipping over, but no, I think I was on the right track, skipping 2 and going into that space just before the 2 single crochets. Let's call, oopsie, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and chain 2, and then I'm going to go into that space directly afterwards. But you know, you can look at this thing, whole design, and you can decide what you think works best for you. So that's the one I'm going to do. It's not exactly like the pattern, because in the pattern where I've written it, I've said you begin with a puff stitch, chain 2, puff stitch, so 2 puff stitches into that chain 1, okay, and then you skip 2 and carry on. But then that means that you don't end up with a puff stitch in the top of this. Let me see. You end up with a puff stitch, see, like the one that I do, on either side. Okay, so really it's optional. You can start with the 2 puffs like I did with this one, and then basically you skip 2 single crochets, puff, 2 single crochet, puff, and then when you get to here, you can, your puffs are going to fall, if you space them like that, are going to fall on either side of your double treble front post together. Okay, so that's optional. So you can do it like that, or as I've done it in this case, where I actually started in the top of that and I just sort of worked it out, and it ends up with 1 puff just before the 2 single crochets, 1 puff into the chain 1 space, and 1 puff just after the 2 single crochets. Okay, and then chain 2, which I've done, and then skip 2 stitches and continue like that. And if all goes well, I should actually end up right on the center point of that double crochet, treble, double, treble, 2 together. Okay, so, and in this case I'm also doing a closing chain over the puff, and then an extra chain. So you see, you can play around with that, and I mean, you don't even have to do puffs here. You can also just do whatever you feel like. You can do V stitches, or you can do double crochets, you can do half double crochets. It's all up to you. 2, 3, 4, because I see that some people have actually created little baby blankets out of this square, and some people have used parts of Deidre Ace's Sophie's Universe, the different rounds they've used to complete the square or extend the square, and some people have used parts of Deidre's Charlotte square also to extend the border of this. So you know, the borders are optional, really, the way that you like to do it. So 1, 2, and then I just want to kind of finish this round with you. Not finish the entire round, but just up to that that double treble front posts together, and see if it works out. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm using the yarn over times 4 puffs, a little bit smaller, and I'm going to skip to 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay, yeah, so that takes us right to let's see, I think I just like to gather that all up together, it will make it a lot neater. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then continue. Okay, so you just continue, so don't count that stitch, because that really is that joining stitch that you did for the, okay, so you're going to count beyond that. Do 1, 2, but anyway, you can work that out to make sure that all your puffs are in the right place. So there you go, and you can just continue around like that. Okay, and that is basically the end of the Pondoland square, believe it or not. In the picture that I have on the pattern, I've gone a little bit further just to round it off, and I've done single crochets into these spaces. So I basically just did, how many did I do? I did 2, 3. I did 3 single crochets. 3 single crochets. Oh, sorry, no, 2 single crochets. So I did 3 single crochets into the corner, and okay, but now of course our corner is there, so you would sort of do, in this case, you would do, say, 3 single crochets in there, 3 single crochets in there, and then you would just do 3 or 4 chains that would make your corner. Okay, so you do 3 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and separated by 3 or 4 chains, depending on how angular you want your corner, and then you would just continue doing 2 single crochets into that chain 1 space. Okay, that's also optional if you want. The other optional round is of course the slip stitches, and it's one of the reasons why I designed the pattern with these stitches going into the top, so that you can use them as markers when you're busy doing your slip stitches. So you just do your slip stitches into those spaces over there. Okay, so you can do slip stitches, you can do slip stitches around here as well. You can also do I don't think it's necessary here because of the colors that I've used, but if you want, you can also do into the top of each of your puff stitches, you can do the French knots like I have done. I did them in quite a bright color with the other colorway, like that. Okay, like that, and then you can see with the other one I did the slip stitches around that edge, and I did the slip stitches around here, and that was really just to, because I do such dark colors, it was really just to highlight all those, the shape. Okay, so that's it, folks. You can continue with your round, and when you get to to the end, which will be basically your first puff. Then you can just slip stitch into the top of the puff, and that will be the end of the square. So thanks very much. It's been a journey. I'm not sure if I will do, I would like to do video tutorials of all of my squares, but it's very, very time consuming, although I do enjoy doing it, I must say. So I shall see you on Ravelry, also on my Hooks and Tails page, www.hooksandtails.blogspot.com. I'm there, and obviously there's a link to our Facebook page there, which is also Hooks and Tails. And thank you very much. Until next time. Bye.